The Goofy Goober Cult Theory. Hi, I'm back today with another SpongeBob SquarePants theory, and this one goes way deeper than it seems on the surface. Today, I'm doing a full deep dive into why Goofy Goober's ice cream party boat is actually a cult. Now, I've touched on this theory before with smaller bits of evidence, and I've even mentioned Alex Bale's Goofy Goober alien death cult theory, which is an amazing video. But today, I want to go even further. I want to lay out all the evidence, connect the dots, and explain why Goofy Goober's is one of the strangest and darkest locations in Bikini Bottom. So buckle up, grab some ice cream, maybe not that ice cream, and let's get started. Part 1. The Goofy Scooper. Let's start with the season 13 episode The Goofy Scooper. In this episode, Patrick Star gets a job working at Goofy Goober's. Before he's officially hired, we see something very specific and very suspicious. The clock. This is the same strange clock we see in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Instead of normal numbers, the clock has random, scattered symbols, almost like time itself doesn't matter inside Goofy Goober's. Even stranger, the clock is staring directly at Patrick before he starts working there. This matters because Patrick is one of the most easily manipulated characters in the show. If Goofy Goobers were trying to recruit people who are weak-minded, childlike, or easily influenced, Patrick would be a perfect target. This moment feels less like a joke and more like a symbolic initiation into something bigger. Remember this. We'll come back to it. Part 2. The Lore of Goofy Goobers. When we look across multiple episodes, especially in the newer seasons, we start to notice that Goofy Goobers has a lot of hidden lore. First, let's talk about the ice cream itself. In several appearances, Goofy Goober ice cream is shown to have an almost alcoholic effect on the residents of Bikini Bottom. Characters act dizzy, hyper, confused, or completely out of control after eating it. This same effect appears in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, which suggests it's not a one-off gag, it's consistent. Now here's where it gets weird. In the Goofy Scooper, a worker mentions that employees are allowed to eat as much ice cream as they want. If the ice cream really does alter your mental state, then unlimited access would make workers even more susceptible to influence and manipulation. That's a classic cult tactic. Use substances to weaken free will. Next, let's look at the training video. The Goofy Goober training tape explains the history of Goofy Goober, showing him making ice cream using rocks and sticks like some kind of ancient ritual. But the video ends with something completely insane. Goofy Goober ascending into a UFO shaped like an ice cream sundae. Let that sink in. The founder of Goofy Goobers literally leaves the planet in a UFO. That alone lines up perfectly with the alien cult idea. Is Goofy Goober even from Bikini Bottom? Or is he something else entirely? And it doesn't stop there. In the movie, we're shown that customers exchange real money for fake Goofy Goober dollars. That's another cult red flag. Creating a separate economy that only works inside their system, making members more dependent on the organization. And then there's the biggest confession of all. SpongeBob and Patrick openly admit that they worship a dancing peanut. That dancing peanut is the Goofy Goober mascot. This isn't even subtle. Worshipping a mascot is literal cult behavior. To top it all off, in one of the SpongeBob video games, there's a coin that reads, "In Goofy we trust." That's not a joke. That's straight up religious symbolism. This is some weird cult-y stuff. Part 3. The movie. Now let's talk about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, because this is where everything really comes together. Throughout the movie, SpongeBob struggles with growing up and being taken seriously. By the end, he learns to embrace his inner child, which sounds wholesome, but look at how it's framed. During the final battle, SpongeBob sings Goofy Goober Rock over and over again. He shouts that he is a Goofy Goober, not just once, dozens of times. This feels less like self-expression and more like chanting. Chanting is extremely common in cult rituals. Also remember, SpongeBob had eaten massive amounts of Goofy Goober ice cream just days earlier. If the ice cream really does alter behavior, then by this point, he could already be under its influence. There are also no windows inside Goofy Goobers. That's important. Cult locations often isolate members from the outside world. No sense of time. No sense of reality. Speaking of time, that strange clock with scrambled numbers appears again, reinforcing the idea that Goofy Goobers exists outside normal rules. This is why I believe Goofy Goobers manipulates vulnerable people, especially childlike ones, into worshipping its mascot while slowly losing their sense of individuality. And remember the ice cream's effect? Ice cream getting people drunk in Bikini Bottom is something that deserves its own theory, but that's for another day. Part 4. The true meaning of Goofy Goobers. If Goofy Goobers is truly a cult, then the ending of the movie becomes way darker. SpongeBob doesn't just accept himself. He fully embraces being a Goofy Goober. That could mean the ice cream finally worked. He didn't escape the cult. He joined it completely. And if that's still not enough evidence for you, here's the most disturbing part. Before SpongeBob and Patrick dehydrate in Shell City, they sing "I'm a Goofy Goober," yet together as they are dying. Their final moments are spent chanting the name of the cult. Only after this do they get revived. That feels symbolic, as if full devotion was required before salvation. Conclusion. Based on everything I've gone over, I truly believe Goofy Goobers is not just an ice cream parlor, it's a cult. From worshipping a mascot, mind-altering ice cream, strange clocks and windowless buildings, UFO lore, fake currency, chanting and devotion, and Patrick literally wearing Goofy Goober underwear. This theory is way more convincing than it seems at first glance. I mean, SpongeBob and Patrick literally say they worship a dancing peanut. For corn's sake, if you want even more evidence that I didn't cover here, definitely check out Alex Bale's video, link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.